Hello and welcome to Life from Picro, and today we're making wax for the floors, specifically beeswax. Now, what do you need to make your own wax at home? Well, here I'm going to take you through the ingredients. So let's start. First, we need a block of beeswax. We've had this years, keeps going and going and going. Used to be that long, and now we're doing to the final bit, so we'll have to buy some more this year. You will need, obviously, some jars. Old jars, don't forget to label them. Now, when you do your own beeswax, to preserve them, because you will be using oil, and our choice of oil today is bog standard vegetable oil. You can use any oil you want that you have going around. If you're going to store that, and you're not going to store it in the fridge, then you're looking to add what we call vitamin E to this to stop it from going rancid. Now, if you store it in the fridge, you use it as quickly as we do, it's not going to be a problem. You will also need a measuring cup. So this is 1 cup size. You will also need something to make it smell, and today we're going for peppermint. And there you are. We have peppermint essential oil here. And then you'll need something to funnel it in. So here's our trusty jam funnel. Now we'll give you a tip. Have a sink of hot water waiting for you, because when you use these, the wax will quickly set on them and it's a beggar to get off. And finally, you will need some biscuits. And they're there for when you're just waiting. So I'm going to show you how to do it now. It's really simple, really easy. So I've got a pan on the boil, and all I'm going to do now is turn it down to a simmer. Like so, and I'm going to pop this metal ball on top like so, and this is going to warm up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my wax. So there you are, 1 cup, and I've grated this for those people observant. You can see it's completely grated. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of oil. You must make sure that you use the same size measuring vessel each time. So there's 1, 2, and we're going to leave that now to melt. So as you can see, the wax is now completely melted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our essential oil, and you can use any essential oil you want if you want, you know, anything that you particularly like, try it. So all I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. So here's my jar, my jam funnel, and now I'm going to just move the wax, and because it's still warm and it can stick to your skin, I always advise people to use a cloth when moving the ball. And here it comes. I'm going to pour it in. There we go. And that's my beeswax, and straight away you can see it's starting to go hard. Now I'll leave the wax to cool, and we'll see what it looks like at the end. So there you are, finished beeswax, still a little bit warm, but it doesn't look fantastic, and it feels fantastic, and it'll feel great on your furniture and on your floors if you want to use it on floors. But remember, when you use it on the floors, it can be slippy, so take off any residue. If you want to know how to do this step by step in a text form, look at the description for this content and you'll find it all there. That's how simple it is. That's how to make beeswax. Add any essential oil you want. We've even ummed and ahed over the years about using herbs that have been dried into it, but then when you're polishing it might end up scratching the table or whatever you're polishing. Now, just to give you an idea of how little wax I used, I showed you that block at the beginning, didn't I? I've still got some left. In fact, I think this probably will do us the whole year for all our furniture and floors, because we have wooden floors. So it's a really good investment. It's a bit of fun as well. You know, old jars, beeswax, off you go, furniture polish, free. You know what's in it. And more importantly, because you know what's in it, you know what happens when you're using it, whether it'll affect your skin or your nose or your eyes, and you won't have that problem anymore. So have a go. So until next time, it's goodbye from Andrew at Life at Pig Row. And don't forget, you can find us here every Saturday, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.